This is undoubtedly the most corrupt official in the history of cinema. Without any exception, his name was Bao Longxing. He was a 9th grade low-ranking official who bought his position with all his family's wealth. He thought he could then bully the townsfolk and line his pockets with wealth. However, on the first day of his tenure, he encountered a brick wall. Inside the court was the first-class lawyer from Guangdong, Fang Tangjing, demonstrating his special skills of flipping right and wrong. It was clear that landlord Ling had molested the wife of his tenant, Huang Lao Qiu. Yet in Fang Tangjing's mouth, it became Madame Huang, who lusted after landlord Ling's looks and had improper intentions. The Huang Lao Qiu couple could not defend themselves and could only hope that Bao Long Qixing could uphold justice. However, he did not know that the mind of the current Bao official was only filled with money. In fact, Bao Long Qixing's father had warned him long ago. When his father was young, he was a top corrupt official. He was known as, without the money in the red envelopes, your life will be ruined. Unfortunately, he did something extremely wrong and bad. The retribution came. 12 sons died one after another. Only when he gave away all his wealth to do good deeds did he manage to keep Bao Longxing, his only surviving child. His father repeatedly warned him to be a clean official. He even personally wrote a character for clean and hung it in the middle of the hall. But Bao Long Qixing looked at it and mistook it for a poor character. He immediately decided to ignore his father's words. Sure enough, as soon as he returned to the court, Bao Long Qixing was completely manipulated by Fang Tangjing. They exchanged sharp words and Bao Long Qixing was left dumbfounded and speechless. He did not even realize he had been indirectly insulted with his mother being called a prostitute. Then Fang Tangjing produced the key evidence, the lease agreement. Huang Lao Qiu said that the annual rent was 30 taels, but Fang Tangjing took the lease agreement and gently drew a line with a pen. The terms on the lease agreement changed from if you don't pay the rent, you can still keep it, to if you don't pay the rent, you can also reclaim it. Even more astonishing was that he pointed at the rent and said, this is not 30 taels, but 30,000 tiles. This trick left Bao Long Qixing utterly dumbfounded. Just then, Fang Tangjing used his trump card. He took out a 3,000 tael silver note and attempted to bribe Bao Longjing. Bao Longjing's eyes immediately widened. The one who was hesitant before immediately picked up the gavel and pronounced that Huang Lao Qiu lost the case. Ju had to vacate the premises the same day. The poor Huang couple was thus evicted. Fang Tangjing left contentedly. Before leaving, he even taunted Bao Long Qixing. Tell him to go back to the countryside and farm. Don't be a disgrace in public. Using Bao Long Qixing took the money and played the corrupt official, and that's the end of it. The show has only just begun. Overnight, he became public enemy number 1 in the entire city. Early the next morning, he found both the front and back gates of his yamen covered in graffiti, filled with vicious curses. To go out onto the street, he had to put on a fake beard to try to slip by unnoticed. But as soon as he stepped out, he heard vendors shouting, selling fried Bao Longxing, smeller than stinky tofu, Bao Longxing. He was so angry that he wanted to curse. But when he turned around, he found a storyteller on the street speaking animatedly, telling the story of how he was dragged away and raped by a dozen big men. Bao Longxing completely broke down. He didn't believe that he was so unpopular. So he raised his arm in the street and shouted, "Who likes me?" As soon as the words were spoken, all the people on the street ran away in a flash. His nephew told him everyone had run off to vomit. In total despair, he tried to find a little warmth from children. But as soon as he approached, a little child spat a mouthful of saliva precisely on his face. By this point, Bao Longxing hadn't even made much money. Instead, he had become a rat that everyone wanted to beat, despised even by 3-year-old children. He wanted to be a successful corrupt official, only to find out he didn't even have what it takes to be a proper villain.